G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. Today we've, as I sometimes do, especially in springtime, is I sell up some trees. Now this batch of trees actually belongs to a client of mine who I've done work for in the past, but he's selling on his trees. So I've done some work on these trees, but I can't claim credit for them all, but they are available for sale. First tree number one. See the number one here, obviously. So these will reference the price list if you're interested. Now, if you're interested, I'll just email me at bonsaiworks with an X, bonsaiworks, W-O-R-X, at gmail.com, and I'll have it in the comments below. Just email me and I'll send you the price list according to the number. So I'll have number one, olive, what the price is. Okay, so this starts off, this is an olive. Really nice big base on it. I did get the tape measure so I can prove how wide the base is, and it's at least 23 centimeters across the base, and the tree's about 50 centimeters high from the tip of the pot. So really nice tree. Give it a little spin for you guys. So lovely tree. Unfortunately, I think a lot of these trees are too big to send in the post. So unfortunately, anyone outside of Melbourne is going to struggle to get these. So if you're in Melbourne and you're keen, just as I said, reach out to me and we can work out something in terms of pickup or delivery, depending how many you buy. All right, so that's number one, olive. We'll be back for the next one. So number two is a pair of Aceto Dietara, Himalayan Cedar. They've had a tiny bit of work done, but I haven't really done much work on these ones. There's a few wire scars here and there, just being honest. Now, nice pot too, largish pot. Number two, these are just standard business cards. If anyone's got interested in the size comparisons, just standard business cards. But nice little two cedars here. I would like to put them, if you buy this, probably best idea is put them closer together if you're keen. To do that, that's probably a really good idea for this tree, to have a kind of a two tree in a clump style. So that's my opinion. But yeah, another tree for sale. I'll give you an idea of the height actually. They're about 50 centimeters. So large one 50, the other one's about 40 centimeters tall. All right, so this time I have another Aceto Dietara here as well, Himalayan Cedar. This is a much better specimen, much more well-refined design. Pads being wired out, the tree is nicely wired. It's just a matter of developing the pads a bit more over time. Really good tree. It's about, the Nabari is about 8 centimeters wide, and the tree is about, from the tip, about 70 centimeters in height from the pot. So pretty decent size tree. I will try and give it a little spin, but I'm not going to be able to get all the way around. But tree number three is Aceto Dietara. It's got really nice movement in the trunk. There's really nice shape in around here. Really good. So I'll go this way. And can I get any more? Not sure. Yeah. There's a nice tree. Now I didn't actually mention, but most of these are priced reasonably well. I'm sure they'll be flying out the door, I hope. But they're very reasonably priced. Probably charge double or triple in nurseries for these kind of trees. Okay, here I have number four, which is a Magnolia. It's a white flowering Magnolia. Now we'll post a photo that I've got of it with a couple of flowers on there, so you can see it's a white flowering Magnolia. It's quite a small leafed one too, and the flowers aren't as huge as the Magnolias you see on the streets. They're quite smaller. Wasn't sure the name of it again. There's a name of it, but really awesome Nabari, which is about 15 centimeters in width all the way across. The trunk's nice and wide. Now the tree's height is about 70 centimeters as well. Has flowered, so I've got the photo there to prove it. But I'll just give it a spin. It's a really nice tree, very elegant. Just needs some styling, I guess, but I wouldn't style it too much because it's nice as a natural deciduous kind of looking shape anyway, so you really need to maintain that look. So if you ever wanted to own a Magnolia, this is pretty sweet. This is a handmade pot as well. Don't know who made it. I don't know the mark on the bottom, but it's an Australian pot, handmade as well. So pretty nice specimen. White flowering Magnolia. If you ever want to own a Magnolia, this is a good one to own. Alright. Tree number 5 is another Aceto Dietara that is a twin trunk. You can see the secondary trunk in here. That's over to this side, and the main trunk up here. Looking really nice. You can see all the fresh new growth, so it's, you know, it's a healthy tree. It does have wire on it at the moment. Bit of wire to move, you know, obviously make the branches. But nice little tree, nice little twin trunk. I'll give you measurements in a sec. So the base is about, let's have a look. The bar is about the 9 centimetre mark, and the height is about 50, a bit over 50, maybe 60 centimetres in height to the top of this. So really nice Aceto Dietara, number 5, twin trunk. This just needs a bit of time to really develop, and the shape's really there. The shape and the overall beautiful feel of it is already there. Really healthy growing. See the new buds. You can see nice and light green in the camera. Nice little tree. All right, here we've got a bit of a Rupert tree. Really spectacular. Old, very old needle kind of juniper. It's very prickly, so I think it's a needle juniper. Really old. Been around a long time in the Victorian bonsai scene. It's got some beautiful deadwood, you know, beautiful deadwood. I'll show you close up in a minute of this tree. Now it just needs work. Just needs to be worked on. I haven't had a chance to style this tree. There's wire on it that just needs to come off and redone, but it's definitely a project tree for someone. A really good project tree. It's really quite old. The bar is quite over about 13 centimetres, 14 centimetres wide. Height of the tree is approximately, I guess, between 75, I reckon, centimetres. Now I'll come in and show you the detail of the trunk work and the deadwood work. These are quite a famous tree, and it's belonged to someone quite famous in Melbourne. You probably know who that is if you're Melbourne. But a really good tree, really quality, but it's a project tree, so you really need to get into it, do some work on it. But you don't get stock like this very often, so really important to have a look, and I'll show you this one close up. Alright, this is just a piece of stock, a nice little black pine stock that's been bent and twisted. I'll show you tree in a minute, but this is item number 7. It's only a smallish tree, maybe 40 centimetres in height. Now it's got a nice big bend in here, and then a nice twisted up trunk, which we'll show you in a sec. So you can probably see the nice twisting going on around here. It's been nicely cut back, but it needs time. This needs to be developed a lot more. So nice piece of stock there, number 7. The Japanese black pine stock, really healthy. We've got the new growth, new candles growing. Yeah, nice big twists in it, but it's a piece of stock. So have a look at this one too. All right, everyone. So here I've got a nice big piece of material, very large, very heavy. It's an Irish strawberry. Now I've seen some really good specimens here in Melbourne of these trees looking great. So there's lots of potential in it. It needs wiring, needs some work, but it's got kind of rough shape already, but it needs to be wired. There's this beautiful deadwood that runs all the way up the trunk here that needs to be carved in the future, so if you're keen on carving, it's a good workshop tree, good project tree as well. And the bari is probably about 40 centimetres across. This pot is 50 centimetres wide by about 37, and the height of the tree is about 65, 70 centimetres tall. As I said, big tree. If I had the time to work on it, I will, but as I said, these belong to a client of mine that is just dispersing his collection, so it's good to go to a new home, especially if you've got workshops coming up in your clubs or want to really get into carving. This is a beautiful tree to do that, and it's already got the shape. So Irish strawberry, very big tree, number 8. And the final tree, of course, it wouldn't be a sale of mine without, sale without Juniper Juniper. Now this is a really nice little specimen, number 9. It's a really beautiful little tree, decent size. I'll give you some dimensions. The barry is not huge, about 8 centimetres. The tree is about 45 centimetres. The width of it is pretty decent at about 50 plus width. Now it's got 2 trunks. You can see that there's a top trunk up here in a semi-cascade. This is a really nice tree on its own. With this, it looks just as good too. So it's really up to the vendor or the buyer who likes this tree. But of course, Shimpaka junipers are my favourite. This has been styled by me. Just needs time to fill out and develop a bit more, but it's a really beautiful tree. You don't get specimens like this around these days. This is the best tree in the lot, so it is the pinnacle of the sale, the best tree of the lot, easily. So really done, styled up. Really, it's just a matter of someone looking after it, getting it looking good, and a new pot. This is a glazed black, so if you can find a nice unglazed pot, a bit smaller, it's a little bit big, this pot, a bit smaller, that's all it needs really, just time to develop. It's been styled, get the pad development happening, should be good. Alright guys, so if you're interested in these trees, be quick. I rest assured they're priced very, very reasonable, and just email me back and contact me on bonsaiworks at gmail.com. I will have all the information in the comments below, but I'll send you a price list. It will have a number, the tree type, and the price. Okay, so getting quick, I would say. These won't last. They're good trees, especially some of those. You won't find that juniper, like that big juniper, very often. So, and this is a beautiful little specimen if you're keen just to collect good trees like this. So anyway, hope to hear from you guys soon, and we'll be in touch. So thanks for watching, and happy bidding.